talk about, how you saw the ball. Obviously, you got a hold of two of them.
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Just trying to stay aggressive at the plate. That's what we've been doing all season. Every one of us throughout the lineup, and it paid off today.
It's good to get the first postseason game under your belt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it makes everyone a little bit more calm. We have an experienced team that has gone far in the postseason, so it's great to get the first win and one of many to come.
You've got some people in your lineup that aren't experienced in the postseason, though. Getting a kind of an efficient game like that, does that kind of help them get their feet wet?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have some girls. This is their first conference tournament, so yeah, it's great to have a good win for us. And I mean, they've been playing all season long in tough games, so they're ready for this.
They threw a lot of off-speed pitches. For you, is it a matter of just timing them? Because it seemed like you sat on it for both of us too.
I mean, we have a good game plan when we have change-ups. Just try to hit to the opposite field, and I feel like we were successful most of the time doing that.
Are you primarily a pull hitter? Most of your home runs, do they come that way?
I mean, I just try to hit the ball wherever it's pitched, and take it that way. If it's inside, I'm gonna take it that way. If it's outside, I'm gonna take it the opposite field.
Were you at all surprised by how much more competitive St. Joseph's was than they were on Sunday?
I mean, St. Joe's is a great team. That's who we played last year in the championship game, so we expect, a good competition every time we play them. We weren't expecting anything less. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to knock off the top seed, so we're ready to play any game.
With rain in the forecast tomorrow, how do you kind of stay mentally sharp knowing, it might not be noon, it could be whenever?
I mean, we've had plenty of games where we've been in rain delays. The St. Joe's game on senior day, we had a few rain delays, so we're always ready. That's what the postseason is all about. You just have to be mentally prepared whenever the game's going to resume.
I didn't even know if it was actually going to get through the infield at first. I just knew that I hit it hard and I was hoping that it would squeak through. And then once it got to the gap, Dell's probably our fastest runner, so I was pretty excited that she was on base. And
hey, Nick.
I kind of thought she was going to score.
Nick.
You also had another line drive. The last time up, did you have a pretty good read, you think, on the pitcher and what she was throwing?
Yeah, I just, she's basically just throwing a couple pitches, and coach just said try to stay calm, and when you see the ball, go after it, and just try not to really think about it and see a strike and drive it.
Does it feel like one of those games with the way that Sarah was pitching, that get a couple of runs and you'd be pretty much in control?
Yeah, kind of like most of our games are like that. We have so much confidence in Sarah that sometimes if we have one run, it feels like 3 or 4. So that's always nice to know that you have a pitcher backing you up.
A good start to the tournament. Was it tough kind of facing them as you just played them a couple days ago?
It was definitely had a little bit of a challenge to it. I mean, we just played them a couple days ago, so they knew what we had. We also knew what they had, so I mean, it's probably an even competition. Both of us knowing what theirs has. So
You gotta starting out with a win. Your first game. Obviously, it helps the rest of the pace. How do you keep this thing going? You got consecutive days of consecutive games.
Well, today we went out there and we took our hacks at the plate. Our hitters hit really good, so if we keep that going, that's one big plus. And then pitching, just keep going the way we're going, keep working on it. Coach, making sure we're not settling for what we have, so just keep working on it, getting everything better, staying with our competitors, and that's it.
Did you get any innings in the tournament last year?
No.
So was there any difference for you, with so much on the line, pitching in the tournament style?
It's definitely different. Like Coach was saying, the first game is probably always the hardest one because you just don't know exactly what to expect. It's like nerves, but you get out there and just play like every other game.
Thanks, Sarah.